Hello, everyone. Many of you are continuing to experience pending payment delays as a result of reaching the end of your benefit year. With the exception of PUA claims, you must file a new claim once you have reached that benefit year date, which is 1 year from your original filing date. Now, what is adding to even more confusion is that there are still EDD representatives who are telling claimants do not file a new claim, that it will be done automatically. Again, that is not accurate information, with the exception of those on PUA claims. What I think is happening a lot of times is when the representatives are saying those are going to be done automatically, they're actually referring to the claim balances being automatically updated to your UI online account, but not the claim itself. Currently, EDD is in the process of updating those balances, starting with those of you who have already reached a zero balance. So again, my advice, as I have said in previous videos, is not to wait, but file for a new claim immediately following the end of your benefit year. If you are given an option like this, you can file a new claim online directly from your UI online account. The second option, though it will take a lot of time for many of you, is calling into EDD Customer Service. People are having success filing a new claim as well as pushing those pending payments through. In a previous video, I discussed the best number to call and the best time of day that has worked for some claimants, so you may want to go back and watch that. Option 3, if all else fails, is to file a DE 1101I form, which I also talked about in a previous video. You can go to the EDD's website, fill out the form, print it, and either fax it to EDD or mail it back to them. I would recommend faxing of those two options. Now, if you continue to just wait, those pending payments are only going to increase, so it is important you file a new claim at once. The EDD will then decide to keep you on your federal extension or move you back to a regular UI claim. For those of you who receive a claim denial form, do not panic. That just means you did not qualify to be moved back on a regular UI claim, but will remain on that extension. It is something the EDD has to send out, and I've received multiple comments from those receiving those notices. One of the next steps in filing a new claim is completing identity verification through ID.me. This is going to be a challenging process for many of you. There are so many issues going on right now for many unemployment claimants across the country trying to get their identity verified. From ID.me not approving actual documents that are being uploaded, to issues not being able to upload selfies, to people waiting 7 to 8 hours in the queue just to be able to have a video chat with a trusted referee to confirm their identities, it has been an extremely tough process for many people. Now, there are some people that are not reporting any issues, which might be the case for you, but for those having difficulty, ID.me does not seem to be responding to a lot of emails requesting for help. Also, for example, if you cannot successfully upload a selfie during the verification process, you are not even allowed to move on to have a video call with a trusted referee. Also, you need to make sure you have the original identification documents that you uploaded to ID.me in hand for the actual video call to show them. The 3 items I would recommend are the driver's license or ID card as the primary ID form, with the Social Security card and birth certificate as the 2 secondary forms of ID. Also, an insurance card is considered an acceptable secondary form of ID. However, there are also other acceptable forms of identification. You will want to look at a list of those items when you are completing the process. The easiest way for many of you to complete this process is using both a computer with a webcam and your cell phone. Most of the process will be done on the actual computer, from uploading documents and to having that video call. However, ID.me will need to text you a link to complete the selfie part of the identification, so that is where the cell phone comes into play. I have also heard from several people that if your cell phone billing name and address does not match your EDD claim information, that it can cause a verification trigger with ID.me. Now, for some of you, for example, on family plans, you can't help that, but I'm just letting you know what may occur during the verification process. But do check to see if your addresses are updated, especially if you have moved recently. If you are waiting to speak to an ID.me referee, I would expect the wait to last several hours, especially since more and more states are going to be requiring identity verification through ID.me. They are available 24 hours a day, so if you can try in the early morning or late at night, I definitely would recommend in doing so. All in all, it seems April is going to be a challenging month for many claimants between the benefit year-end date, ID.me verification, and for those waiting to have their zero balances updated in their UI online account. On top of all of this, there are still over 1 million EDD claims stuck in backlog with no time frame in getting resolved. There was even one California state senator that said he does not expect all the issues with EDD to be resolved till summer. So many people could be waiting months for any type of resolution with their claims. In the meantime, we will keep you updated on future developments as we approach another week for many of you needing to certify again for weekly benefits. Please make sure to hit that subscribe button below to keep you in the loop on future updates on this channel. And thanks for watching.